Hello and welcome to a humble Highland home. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I had not heard of worm towers until a few months ago when I went to visit a friend in her garden. Now, worm towers are common in permaculture, encouraging nature to work its own magic. After a little bit of research, I saw that you can buy ready-made worm towers, but they are also very easy to make. This is just a piece of old drain pipe, and I've asked Adam if he can drill lots of holes all around it, big enough for worms to be able to come and go as they please. Using the worm tower has got the same principles as using the green cone food digester, homemade compost and garden mulch. They all help to return organic matter to the soil, adding fertiliser and aerating the soil, which my plants will really thank me for. This drain pipe is approximately 4 inches wide and 16 inches long. I'm going to see how I get on with this one, and I might just add a few more in the polytunnel and then maybe some in the outdoor growing space, but we'll see how we go first. So whilst Adam's drilling holes in the pipe, I'm going to dig a hole that is deep enough so that all the holes in the pipe are covered when I backfill the soil. This will allow the worms to be able to come and go freely and hopefully have a good feast, but we don't want to attract any vermin, so it's essential that all the holes are buried underground so that there's nothing to attract them. I think for the next worm tower, the pipe doesn't need to be quite as long. But now I've got this in place, I can start to gather some things together that hopefully will entice the worms in for a yummy feast. Worms tend not to like things like onions, garlic or citrus, as it makes everything too acidic for them. But things like damp shredded paper, uncooked kitchen scraps, eggshells, fruit peelings, banana skins are all perfect for them. I'm starting by adding a layer of ripped up brown paper right down at the bottom, and then I'll wet this. Worms tend to thrive a lot better in dark, damp places with lots of organic matter to munch away at, so this should be an ideal environment for them. These are just some scraps that we had in the kitchen today. Now, worms can only eat so much at a time, so I'm just adding a few layers of kitchen scraps and ripped up brown paper so I can add a little but often. This will avoid the food scraps being in the tower for too long and maybe attracting flies. Now, I have seen people that have bought in composting worms to add to their worm towers, but I would be very concerned about buying in worms, as it might not be the right environment for them, especially given that they will have full access to the soil. I'm adding a final layer of dry straw on top of the worm tower. This will just prevent any smells and add a bit of darkness to the worm tower below. And to top it off, I have seen people use a pipe cap, but also an upturned plant pot. But in my case, we have got lots of rocks, so I am just going to use a rock on top. Now that's my homemade, completely free worm tower in place, and hopefully soon I will be able to celebrate the wonders of this in situ vermicomposting system ready for the growing season ahead. But for now, thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's chat in the comments below. Take care of yourself and others, and I'll see you in the next video.